Is LeBron James better than what he used to be? Mark Cuban came out and said LeBron James is like 10 times better now than what he was from 2011. It's like night and day, basically. I wanted to compare both. Back then, LeBron had no jumper. He was weak-minded. He basically always used to play into the defense's game plan. You know, a la San Antonio when he took the Cavs team there, or the Celtics when they knocked him out. And I believe it was 2010 or '08. And also Dwight Howard knocked him out in 2009. He was very weak-minded. But LeBron's ability to finish was second to none. He could finish at the basket at will, tons of foul-on-ones, and his defense was way better. He could shut down anybody at any time in a pinch. He basically guard all five positions. That Miami LeBron, he was a man on a mission, guarding people, locking people down, blocking guys. You remember that big Thiago splitter block? His defense disrupted the whole game. I felt like that really goes underrated. You're comparing him to now, he's way more mentally tough. This. Remember when Klay Thompson said he was crying like a baby? He was like, Klay said that, and then, he proceeded to have one of the best 3-4 straight game stretch in NBA history. Then you're looking at his jump shot, especially like now in the finals. This guy is shooting over 50% from the field. He's averaging, in the finals, 28, 11, and 9 on 50% shooting. I mean, he has greatly and vastly improved his jump shot. He's not scared to take them anymore. He's a better rebounder than what he used to be. I know he used to get like a lot of boards back then, but like now, especially think about it, he has AD on his team, and he's leading the NBA Finals in rebounds. When you look at LeBron, you look at him like he is so much of a better passer than what he used to be. The threat of his pass now is so much more deadly because, yeah, he can score, but then if he gets other guys going, the threat of his pass, even like just doubling him in the wrong moment, he could make crazy passes. And you've seen it in NBA Finals. He could wrap around pass, behind the back pass, no look pass. Like his passing now, to me, has upgraded to a level of basically Magic Johnson status. For him to be averaging 9 assists in the NBA Finals, it's crazy. It's mind blowing, especially like at his age. Of course, he's playing the point guard position, but just the way that he sees the floor, and you can't throw any kind of defense to stop that kind of passing. Fortunately, though, the thing about LeBron James now, as opposed to then, his defense gets exposed way more. It's very, very poor. And the reason is mainly because of effort. You got to factor this in, it's 17th year. Hey, I'm older. I'm going to pick my spots here in a pinch. But that causes games to be slower and closer. Causes games to be closer, and that could cost you a game, especially if he's doing poorly on rotations. And the one thing about LeBron that on defenses is bad, he used to be more like a quarterback. Like, hey, you go here, you do this on defense. Now he's kind of just, he messes his own rotation, and he kind of takes it out on them, even though like he made his own mistake at the same time. So he'll blow a rotation, and he'll call another guy out like, dog, that was your rotation. You were supposed to fight over the screen. You were supposed to not switch on your man. NBA Finals, Dre Crowder got like a crazy layup in Game 3, and LeBron just wasn't looking. He just wasn't paying attention. So moving over, NBA Finals MVP. Who's your MVP? I'm going to go with LeBron James over Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is averaging 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's doing an excellent job in terms of the numbers. But Game 3 really killed him. 15 points, 5 rebounds. That hurt him badly in terms of getting votes and being the Finals MVP. Game 4 basically kind of put the nail in the coffin for me there because he was so passive and timid. Even though he had 22 points, 9 rebounds, it didn't tell the whole story of the tape of how passive he was, how he was basically ineffective until the second half, until the fourth quarter. So, his blocks were good, but Anthony Davis has a big tendency to disappear. This is crazy. LeBron is leading the teams, leading the Lakers in points, rebounds, and assists. He has 28 points per game, 11 rebounds per game, and 9 assists in the NBA Finals. He has more rebounds than Anthony Davis in the NBA Finals. Anthony Davis is a power forward / center. Crazy. And then here's what makes you know that LeBron's going to win the Finals MVP and deserves it. The worst game he had was 28, 12, and 8. And the reason it was bad is because his body language, he wasn't attacking the basket right away. He went 3 for 8 the first half. He had 5 turnovers. The next half, he had 1 turnover. And he poured on points in the third and into the fourth. His worst game is 28, 12, and 8. And it wasn't because of the numbers. He got his numbers. It was because of the body language, how he attacked. The fact that he can still pull off these numbers and still have a crappy game just goes to show you his standard of points, scoring, rebounding is way different from most players in the NBA right now. Like, that was a bad game. And most people, if they get that kind of 28, 12, and 8, oh, they had a monster game. Like, we're giving them accolades and things of that nature. So that is crazy within itself. But you got to give hands down the MVP to LeBron James. This championship, Game 5, the Lakers are looking to close out. And one thing that I think the Miami Heat really have learned a lot in this series is the power of the tongue and talking and things of that nature. Because even though I love Kobe and I understand the Lakers bringing out the black jerseys for Friday, I think the Miami Heat should really look at it and be like, all right, these guys are celebrating on us. Let's go disrupt their celebration. We know we love Kobe. We want to honor him and everything. But we can't go out like that. And this is where I come back to the power of the tongue. The Miami Heat's problem was once they won Game 3, because all the games besides Game 1 were close. Once they won Game 3, they started talking. You're in trouble. This, that, and the third. Tyler Hero snarling. They got a lot of attitude. They're saying, yeah, we're going to go win Game 4. They put the Lakers on a lot of notice. And the Lakers mucked up that Game 4 for them and basically made it where they couldn't score down the stretch. When you're playing people and talent that are better than you, you don't talk to them. You don't get them riled up. You don't get them going. You don't shit talk them. Because what you're doing is you're giving them extra motivation. Think about this. The whole Kobe, honoring Kobe, LeBron is following the same path Kobe did in 2009. Kobe beat the Houston Rockets. He beat the Denver Nuggets. Then he, won a championship against Orlando. LeBron, same path. Beat the Rockets. Faced the Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. Now he's winning a championship, trying to win the championship against the Miami Heat. The Lakers had all the motivation they needed to begin with. Why start talking? Why start talking crap to him? And that's basically what you have to really understand. You don't talk crap to people who are better than you. You just basically play and let your play do the talking. And I feel like they kind of got away from that. They kind of like felt really good about Game 3, which they should have. But then they should have really dialed it back in because now the Lakers are switching up the jerseys. And the fact that they announced that they're switching up the jerseys, if I was the Miami Heat, I was just like, yo, these guys think they're going to win right now. I mean, I know we down 3-1, but we got to make this a game. We can't just go out like that. They're announcing to everybody. Like, everybody's going to be tuning in thinking they're going to win. But the part of that is your own fault because you were announcing things like they're in trouble. LeBron started this first. Like, you should have been like, Butler should have been like, man, it was nothing. We didn't say anything. We just regular basketball talk. Tyler Hero, Jay Crowder, yeah, we're gonna win Game 4. Okay, you're gonna win Game 4, and then now you're down 3-1. So I think that was a big lesson for them because I feel like if they didn't talk so much and just kept it internal, the Lakers would be more frustrated because the team is giving us fits, beating us, and they're not even talking to us. They're just beating us, and we can't figure it out. In terms of like Game 3, because Game 4 was close. The Heat could have won, but I feel like that extra talking by Jimmy Butler and company really hurt them. Hoops Junction, Hoops Hoopla. Like, comment, subscribe.